Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Stryker break. It is the day, Bowman draft release day, the day that so many people have been looking forward to for so long. 2024 Bowman draft. What's the deal with Bowman draft? I know you're asking yourself right now. And I'm here to tell you. So Bowman draft features the top players from the latest draft. So this is 2024. It features the top prospects. It doesn't have every single prospect. It doesn't have every single one of the top 10, but it features most of them. Like we're missing the number 3 overall pick, number 5, and number 7, but it's got pretty much all the other great ones. And this has got one of the highest ceilings of any release that comes out every year. High ceiling, high floor, 3 guaranteed autographs in a box. They have these, they used to be called jumbo boxes. I thought they were still called jumbo boxes. Jumbo, 3 autographs, super jumbo, 5 autographs. I think they changed the name this year, but I'm still not sure about that because Blowout has them listed as jumbo and super jumbo still. But anyway, we got 3 different formats. 3 autograph boxes, 5 autograph boxes, and Breaker's Delight boxes, also known as HTA Choice boxes. And that is right here. These little buddies have 3 chrome autographs inside. It's a little bit different than the Topps Chrome Update Breaker's Delight boxes. There's no refractors, no base cards, no inserts, anything like that. Just 3 autographs. Bangers, you should get at least 2 parallels in one of these, but haven't opened any of it yet this year. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Let me just check in with the chat. What is up? It looks like we got a ton of people here nice and early. I love to see that. And so we also got a sponsor for today's break, the entirety sponsored by Baseball America. So they're currently doing the top 10 rollout list, which is right here. Here's the current schedule. Wednesday, the 4th, White Sox. Then we got the Tigers. We got a little American League Central action going on. AL East was last week. You have to check it out. There's a link that is going to be dropped into the chat, and it's for a 30% discount. You can follow the link, or if you're checking out, use the code Stryker, and it will get you a pleasant 30%. Let's see, what else do we have on the homepage? Let's just check out their homepage real quick. Got a display cap all ready to go for you. Right here. So if you go to the homepage of Baseball America, everything you need to know. It's a baseball card collector's dream right here. And this is the one, the 2024 Bowman Draft Checklist. They did all the work for you. It's the best baseball card article that I've seen in a long time. You know, back in the day, it used to be you had to do all of this yourself. Before Baseball America got into it, which is like right just now, this is the launch. Bowman Draft. It's the greatest move they've ever made. You'd have to go and just search out these players individually, but they've got it all on lockdown for you. They've got every single player, expanded information about them. They've got the organizational top lists, top 10 lists. They've got the top 100 list. You have to check it out. If you're a baseball card collector, it is the resource that you need to be using. Without further ado, let's crush it. We're starting with break number 1. And we've got 6 of them today. So each break's probably going to take between half hour, 45 minutes. I don't really know. If you are in one of the later breaks, we got a dull blade already. I just changed this one out too. I guess it's not that dull. But it should take, 30 to 40 minutes if you're involved in one of the later breaks. Just stick around, get here early. It may go quicker than normal, because there's not a ton in each one of these, and we can just kind of flow through everything. So here, we're gonna go pretty quick through all the base stuff. Let's turn to what's happening. Lake effect snow is crazy. Yeah, this is what we just go through the paper, and we get to the good stuff. A lot of chrome. A lot of firsts, and autograph number 1 right away. Rodney Green for the A's. Going to William. Stand-worthy card number 1. And let's check out the new inserts. Plasma Power. Cam Smith. Culpepper Refractor. Emerson Refractor. Let's get this bad dog up on the stage. We got some chill vibes today, guys. It's gonna be a chill session. Come on in. Get your hot chocolate. Lunar Glow. Drew Beam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just settle on in. Gaglione, this is one of the top dudes right here. Okay, so is this the new top 100 design? Must be. 6th overall. I like how they have a lot of the information right there at your fingertips. Royals. Yeah. Long car rides. This is it right here. Let's make the kids fall asleep so they can quit asking us questions. That's what this reminds me of. Dylan Drayling for Texas. Going to Tim. Dylan Cruz. Is this the blue? That's the sky blue. Sky blue looks a little more vivid. Braden Montgomery. That's the draft picks insert, not the top 100. Jonathan Santucci. Yellow parallel to 75. Going to Rick. Congratulations. Michael says my Dodgers are never going to get a top 10 pick ever. Good. They don't deserve one. Bazana! There he is. It's the one we're looking for. Vladdy Guro. A couple of refractors in the back. Adams got the Guardians. Parallels look great. So far, so good. Matt Shaw. What are the big cards in this one? Go check out Baseball America's article. There will be links dropped in the chat all the time. Just go to Baseball America homepage. Like one of the first articles, if not the very first one, is there. They went in depth. Everything you can imagine. Another one of the top boys right here, Kurtz. Got De Los Santos to 150. Blue, bright blue. True blue, bright blue. Twins hit for Calvin. Basically what they did is Baseball America just saved us all so much time and effort doing all the research. Because anybody else that you would get the research from, me or anybody else who knows anything about cards, the draft, doing all the, the top 10 lists, there's all kinds of YouTube channels that breaks down all this stuff. Where do you think they get their information from? Baseball America. So why not just go to the source? Save yourself some time. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get the likes real high. Oh, gold auto. Ryan Waldschmidt. Class of 2024. 1 of 50. Going to Michael. Wow, even the back is fancy. 1 of 50? eBay 101. I didn't see about India yet. Who do you get traded to? Caglione. Cash Mayfield refractor first. Waldschmidt, not to be confused with Goldschmidt. Yeah. Dylan Cruz to 499. Little sky blue number. Going to Brian. Oh, wow. We got a black. Black to 10. Jared Cerna. Marlins hit going to Tony. Nice hit, Tony. Went to the Royals for Brady. Too many middle infielders on the Reds. Too many cooks in the kitchen. She's on a DVR, Ryan. No worries. You can just rewind it to the spot you need. All right, so we got our 3 autos out of this box. Curious if there's any bonus autos in any of the formats. I don't even have any super jumbos. It's just jumbos and Breakers Delight boxes. Choice boxes. Another De Los Santos. That's a sky blue. And here's the die cut. No way. It's got it's like a hang tab. Kalen Culpepper. Collect all the top prospects in action. This is the in action insert. I wonder how rare this is. Are they 1 per box? I haven't opened any. This is my first viewing of it. Been super duper busy. Let's see. It's a little better. May and Ethan Salas refractor. Let's see what these are all about. HTA choice. They might. I really wish they'd be consistent with the names. Just call them all Breakers Delight boxes or all choice boxes. It's just confusing. Man, there's nothing in here. So they got rid of the jewel cases too. Just 3 autographs in this little pack. Feels strange. And there's a gold right on top. Wow. Casey Cook, true gold, 19 of 50. Beautiful. That one's going to Tim. Braylon Payne for John. Base. So we did get 2 parallels in here. And here's the green lava. Ivan Luciano. On card. Clean. And that is why choice boxes. 2 parallels. High-end hits coming out of here. Big time. Yeah, no jewel cases. They stopped doing those jewel cases with Topps Chrome Update. It did seem, I mean, I can see it both ways. There we go. You feel sorry for players that get drafted by the Rockies? Why? If they're hitters, I feel sorry for the pitchers that get drafted by the Rockies. Santana, sky blue. Caminiti, 24th overall. Couple of refractors. Yeah, it does seem to make sense with the jewel. I mean, it must have saved them a lot of money not using those jewel cases. I threw all of them away. It was a waste from a breaking standpoint. Guy like me is I just threw them all away. I've got stacks and stacks of them that I kept, and then now they're just like piling up to the point. Randall Diaz, 19 of 71. Nationals hit for Brian. Nice little speckle. Chase Burns, 2nd overall pick. Mick Abel to 499. Paper. Christian Moore, Nick Montgomery. Let's get Randall up on the stage. You feel like the Rockies have not been good at producing good hitters despite a lot of high picks. Yeah, man, it's tough. But another thing about Bowman Draft is why it's so good, so collectible. Like one of the best releases of the year in terms of just sealing collectible cards. Like this is at the top of the hierarchy for collectability. For example, like if you get a gold first auto of anybody who's even halfway decent, especially any hitter, first round draft pick, very valuable cards. That's like a ceiling. That's a dream card, like a whale card for any of the better players that you can collect is like a gold first auto. Green Grass, Egan to 99 for Michael. To Christian Moore, it's the 8 overall pick. Yeah, Chase Burns is crazy good. Ryan Waldschmidt. Diamondbacks, Michael. There's another Bazana. Dad Bod, thanks for the sub. I moved my alert box a little bit. There we go. Where can you find those elevated card stands? Let me give you a little shout out right here. Stand up displays. Use the code Stryker Breaks to get a discount. If these are the ones you're talking about, they've got adjustable backs. You can get anything you want put on them. Custom artwork or MLB teams. They have licensing. Man, another card to 10? This is like a rose gold lava. 8 of 10. We've gotten 2 cards numbered to 10 already. A black and the rose gold lava. If that's what it's called even. I've never seen one. Connor Foley. Geez, D-backs coming out from Michael. Got a Connor Griffin. Another Connor Griffin. Looks like, what, 1 per box on these? Plasma powers, roughly? One per box of these, too. Cam Smith. In action. That's kind of the way I like it. Make the inserts more rare. 1 per box. Like back in the day. If you look in the chat, you'll see Stream bot dropping links. Jonathan Santucci. One's going to Rick. What's going on, Jenks? Thanks for the sub, Brent. Lunar Glow. One of these per box, too. Dakota Johnson first. Going to Travis. That's one of the top picks. Number 16 overall pick, Dakota Johnson. C-Max says, I'm having a struggle deciding. I was able to pick up 8 Topps Chrome Update mega boxes at retail price. Should I rip them or take the easy money and sell them? I mean, why'd you buy them? That's a personal thing. I can't tell you. Did you buy them to flip? Or did you buy them to rip? Or did you buy them... I mean, I guess that's really the only 2 answers. Can you really just flip them and make easy money? Is it going to be worth it? After the fees and the hassle, packaging, shipping, taxes, if it's worth it, if you need the money. Ariel Armas to 250, purple for the Cubs. Christopher, congratulations. Looks like we got 2 plasma powers. Caglione, one of the top dudes. It's a good idea, Jay. Jay says sell half, rip half. It's a good way to do it. Oh yeah, Mux, I was going to call you about that. I did not go to that because it's not what I thought it was. So I called my dad to see if he wanted to go. And I told him about it. He's like, oh yeah, it's a buying show. And it says right on there, buying show. But I was reading it from the perspective of me. Like, yeah, I want to buy stuff. A buying show. No. It's just like Antique Roadshow where there's like you take your stuff there and there's people that will buy your thing that you take to get appraised. So there's nothing that I have that I'm trying to sell. Here we go. 2 more parallels out of this one. Ethan Anderson with a big sig. He's been watching and listening. 41 of 150. Going to William. And we got Nick Kurtz. This is one of the best players. Number 4 overall pick. William. Congratulations. Nice hit. Also, Drew Beam for the Royals. Green lava lamp. Or no, that's just lava, not lava lamp. Just lava. Lava lamp. Exclusive to Topps Chrome. This is Bowman Chrome. No lamp, just lava. Last box of break number 1. Yeah, these are going quick. So if anybody's hanging out that's going to be in a later break, they're going to start sooner than I was going to put half an hour in between each one, but it's tough to estimate until you actually rip a box and see what's up. So it looks like the break's going to be about 30 minutes a piece instead of 40. Eddie Reinders. Krish, you got a refractor first auto. Congratulations. Roman Anthony, number 1 overall prospect right now. Here's a gold paper. Tanner Jones, 50 of 50. eBay 101. That one's for Justin. These are on the secondary market. They're 600 right now, and the Breakers Delights were going for 750. But they had some of these on tops today. They were a little bit cheaper, but you have to pay tax and shipping on tops. They might offer free shipping since this is expensive, but you got to pay tax. So you will, you know, it's like an additional, what, $30 depending on what your tax rate is. So that gets you up to like 560, but there's 600 everywhere else, which is, that's the typical price of Bowman Draft for these jumbo boxes is 600 secondary. And then the other ones are like 950 usually, like the super jumbos. Romeo, Josiah Romeo, Sky Blue, Brock Wilkin, Plasma. Brody Bright. That one is going to Michael. Braden Montgomery, 12th overall pick. Outfielder for Boston. 9% tax in Illinois, yeah. There's a Walker Jenkins Plasma. Oil on canvas. I don't know what that means. You saw one that said 1 of 5 is basically equal to 1 of 1. Is that what? That's just like a trick in the listing. Usually eBay takes those down. Ethan Bagwell to 125. Culpepper. A couple refractors. These are next year's rookies, technically. It just depends on when they make it into the bigs. The thing about Bowman Draft is the players make it quicker into the bigs because they're more polished. Most of these are college players. Some of them are high school players. The high school players take longer to get into bigs, but they're younger. So usually they come out of high school, they're 18. It takes like 3 years to get into the bigs. Give or take, you know, everybody's different. Sometimes they never make it in. Sometimes they're a little bit quicker, so it's all over. But usually the high school players have a higher ceiling, but the college players are more polished when they get drafted, so they make it into the bigs quicker. So it's like if you have a team who's ready to compete or who's close to like making the playoffs, they're going to want to draft a college player usually because they can help them right away. And they're usually farther along, so they don't want to wait 2, 3, 4 years for their high school pick to blossom. But like Wyatt Langford made it real fast. Paul Skeens made it real fast. A lot of these guys are already polished. Like Bazana's probably going to make it quickly. Already polished, very polished bat. Trey Morgan to $4.99. And then some of the pitchers too might make it quicker. Like you could expect to see these guys probably a year from now. Like maybe not. Some of them might make it into 2025. Like I said, Langford. That's kind of rare. Jackson Kent for the Nationals. But usually it takes like at least 1 or 2 years. Well, thanks, Angela. It's a wicked hat, I know. It's the best cowboy hat that they make, in my opinion. Here's a unique one. Oh, that's a gold parallel, too. In Tune, DeVries. Padres hit. There's a couple of decent Padres prospects in here, too. Not firsts, though. One's going to Dave. Jackson Kent. And there's Tibbs in action. Namala refractor back there. All right, let's check out the hits. All right, let's see. Get the Sky Blues together. Okay, here's the Sky Blues. Kent, that's paper. Cruz to $4.99. Morgan to $4.99. Chrome, Romeo. De Los Santos, Abel to $4.99. Santana, Cruz. Got some die cuts. Cam Smith, Culpepper, Tibbs. Lunar Glow, Egan, Beam, and Jordan. Got the gold Casey Cook to 50. Waldschmidt, 1 of 50. Gold parallel class of 2024. De Los Santos to 150. Dreeling 150. Green base auto. Santucci to 75. Cerna black to 10. Anderson to 150. Mojo. Bright. Reinders to $4.99. Refractor. Armis to $250. Beam to $99. Base Kurtz. DeVries Intune gold to $50. Cam Smith $250. Purple. Jackson Kent to $99. Bagwell Aqua Lunar Crater to $125. Jones 50 of 50. Egan Greengrass. Foley 8 of 10. 2 cards numbered to 10. Luciano to $99. Green Lava. Santucci base. Waldschmidt. Diaz to $71. And Payne base. Break number 2. We're going to flow right into the next break without delay. Another reminder, check out Baseball America. They got their top 10 organizational lists coming out. Right here's the schedule. BaseballAmerica.com. And Streambot is dropping links as well. Check out in the chat. If you want a discount, you can use my code. Scrolling up to see, making sure that it is good. It is working. Yeah, baseballamerica.com/Stryker. You get 30% off. You can use the discount code Stryker. This article right here, 2024 Bowman draft checklist. MLB prospect cards we're hunting. Solid gold. You got to check it out. And then the top 10 organizational 2025 MLB top prospects for every single team. solid gold. Make sure you check it out. Break number 2's on. Good luck, everybody. Starting with Jumbo. Thoughts on the golden at bat? I don't like it. All the other changes they've made are good, great, wonderful, grand, spectacular. But I don't like the golden. Like, it's just, what are they trying to do with that? They don't need to do that. Let's get the robo-umps in first. I want the calls to be right first. Every game I watched last year, multiple missed calls. Christian Moore for the Angels going to Daniel. So it's like, maybe we just like get our game dialed in perfectly first before we start changing things. I don't like it at all. I think they're just talking about, honestly, like, guys, this is actually what's happening. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do this golden. The only reason they're talking about it is for winter publicity. They want people talking about it like we're doing right now. They want people talking about baseball. That's the only reason they're even considering. They're not going to do this. Because then, like, what's your best player going to get 6 ABs, and then some other guys might only get 4? What if can they go back to back? What, are you going to have a ghost runner? Or, oh no, you guys, there can't be a guy on, it has to be between 3 and 4. It's just so stupid and convoluted. I don't like it. And then from a fantasy standpoint, I'm thinking about, that's what I think about it from a fantasy standpoint. That'll throw a wrench into everything. Last 2 years have been the worst calls you've seen in 40 years. Every time I'm watching games, like, I have MLB TV, so I can watch all the different games. And I'm always watching a different team, flipping back and forth. Got a quad box going with 4 different games, something. They miss so many calls. And it changes the game. Every missed call, ball or strike, in any direction, changes the game. Like, it significantly changes the percentages that your guy's going to get on base, let alone, like, if you get into a hitter's count, like, you have a better chance of hitting a home run. That can just rip the game wide open. Baseball is one of those games where, like, it's so close and the human eye can barely perceive the ball going at 105 miles per hour, like, painting the outside part of the plate. Sterling, they might as well get the robo-ump thing dialed in instead of jumping into anything new. Check out Cart Gels. Use the code Stryker Breaks if you guys want some good supplies. They're the best. Are they going to introduce the minor league pitch challenge? They're supposed to. Like, I thought it was going to be ready by this year. The way they were talking about it, they were going to have it in the minors for like a couple years. They've been using it in the minors for at least 2-3 years, right? They need to get it so that, like, I think ideally it would be every batter has one challenge that they can implement per at-bat. And then, you know, it's just like a real quick challenge it, and it's, I don't know, or maybe the best way to do it would be for an immediate beep in the umpire's ear if it's a strike, like beep is a strike, and then like nothing is a ball or something. I don't know how they are the ones who should be figuring this out, not me. Keyshaw, and I'm sure they have it mostly dialed in. It's the last standing human element aspect of the game. What about the pitching and hitting and throwing and running and diving and catching and Come on, Davis. Yeah, they've been trying different versions of it. They can get it right in tennis. They've had it in tennis for ever. I don't know, for a long time. Like the immediate, like, finger up, immediately they have it, you know? So, like, dude, if they can do it in tennis, they can do it in Major League Baseball. Have something figured out perfectly. Maybe it's just like a red light. It's just like the whole stadium can see it. Just like, beep. I don't know. And that's a strike, you know? Blake Wright for the Rockies. Going to James. Well, they've got like huge. So they already have the countdown. Nice color match here for the pitch clock. And people already look at that, but it wasn't as bad as people thought. A lot of people were, that was their hesitation with even having it on TV, on the TV. Like, you're just going to be staring at the pitch clock going, counting down. And then at the game too, like it's at the game. But people didn't, and it wasn't a problem. Like, people just stopped caring about it at all because nobody was violating it anymore. Or rarely. Like, they were still the rare violation. But with the ball and strike thing, if you just had like a red light either behind it or like a couple different places, or maybe I don't know. I'm sure they can figure it out. I don't need to be, I have enough to dwell on. I'm not going to figure this out for them. Like, they would take my advice anyway. Everybody stop. Stryker's talking about it. They're in the MLB offices right now. He's got it dialed in. What's he got to say? A lot of pitchers don't like the pitch clock. They say it's contributing. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, a lot of people don't like a lot of things. Like, you're never going to find something that everybody likes. Okay, everybody's on board 100%. Never going to happen. And you say a lot. What do you mean by a lot? More than 50%? Or like 5 dudes? You know what I mean? Like, anybody can say that. A lot of players don't like this. How do you know? You heard one guy say it? Or, I mean, like, is there a poll? If you have a poll, let me know. Like 5%? A lot, I would say, would be more than 50%. But it couldn't possibly be more than 50% or else they wouldn't have implemented it. So I think a lot of pitchers, I think pitching was going just fine last year. Like, they're actually, especially in the early part of the year, remember? Everybody was complaining because scoring was down so much. Like, pitchers, they want to move quick, man. It's an advantage for the pitchers. So I don't buy what you're saying. A lot of pitchers don't like it because they're getting... Pitchers have been getting hurt since before that. Always Tommy John every year. Multiple people. But it's to the pitcher's advantage. So I don't buy it. They want to get up there and just throw, fast, go. Now, some... Not a lot, but some pitchers always used to like to take their time, walk around the back of the mound, grab the rosin bag, get up there, call timeout. Like, a few pitchers would do that, but nobody liked that. So, like, the viewing experience was horrible. The batters hated it. And there's way more batters than there are pitchers. Like, I mean, if you think about it from like, okay, 1 starting pitcher versus 9 batters. Like, 9 batters hated it. 1 pitcher liked it. Oh, monster on top. Bazana to 50. Gold shimmer. Absolute nuke. Going to Jack. Nice hit, Jack. Oh, my. That is a hot B. Carter. Base first. And Ethan Anderson. It's the second Ethan Anderson we've got. We got that mojo earlier. Woo! That is a huge hit. Here we go. Here at Stryker Breaks, we strive for greatness. And that's why Breakers Delight boxes or Choice, HTA Choice boxes. You like the rose gold more than the black? I don't really have a strong preference at this point. Maybe I will. Something about the blacks, though, they do look special. Already pulled the top hit. I know, Paul. Isn't that wild? We already got him. Woo! And Waldschmidt coming out of here. Hot style. To 99 green. Let's get fired up. That one's going to John. We're flying through this stuff, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, hit that like button. We're just going to get right to the good stuff. I mean, we flow through all this. It's just, you know, fairly common cards. Lunar Glow. Bellinson. And then we get to the good stuff. That's what you want to see. That's what you came here for. And the witty commentary, but mostly big cards. Another In Tune. So these seem to be more rare. Dylan Cruz. Black look better in person. There's something about them. There's definitely something about them. Shojinaga to 99. Michael Massey to 250. Tigers 4th rounder. There's Tibbs. Luke came for the Mets hits. Got a couple in break number 1. Waldschmidt coming out of here. I told you. Waldschmidt. We got 2 of them in this box alone. 2 Waldschmidt autos. Another In Tune as well. Was it this box? Yeah. All right, Waldy. We're going to be calling him Waldy. Something tells me that Waldschmidt is going to be the next Hall of Fame first baseman. Is he even a first base? First round, 31st pick overall, 6'2", 205. Say his position, outfielder. We're going to double stack those. Waldschmidt, not the new Cabbage. He's good. I mean, okay, I hate to say that about Cabbage. Cabbage, I'm sure. Fine. Great. Wonderful. Already in the bigs. Got to be good. To an extent. Got the Mets in 2 of the last 3. Yeah, those, usually that's a good thing. Mets usually have collectible players. Throughout various releases. Waldschmidt actually has talent. Poor Cabbage. Poor Cabbage. We just did this one. How about the next one? There we go. That's why. Oh, we got a flipperoo happening. So my microphone, I had to, like, I got that new mic. I don't know if I told you guys about it, but got an SMB, like one of the best microphones you can get by Shure. And I could not get it dialed in right. I was not happy with the sound. So I had to go back to my old mic, and it sounds great. Mick Abel to 75. Yellow Lunar Glow. Lunar Crater. Yellow Lunar Crater for the Mick Abel. Yeah, that's the thing. Just too much cabbage all over the place. His auto's everywhere. Too many cards. Hagen Smith, but you never know. Like, he could end up being Caveras Tears. He could just be like a little bit of a late bloomer. Cabbage. Skeen's debut patch out there still, as far as I know. It's always the SMB7. I know it's always the SMB, but I couldn't get it dialed in. I got the DB, the one that was already powered. It's like the newest one. It's already got a preamp built right into it. Brody Bright. I just have nobody that can help me, so I got to do all this myself. I'm not a freaking audio engineer. And it's not just plug and play. At least it wasn't for me. Brody Bright. That's the worst thing about what I do, is having to just figure it all out on my own. And there's no like streaming specialist. I live in a small town. There's no like audio place, or there's nobody that can help me. Yeah, it's a lot more expensive with that preamp built in. The whole setup was like $500 something, I think. Ethan Schiefelbein to 99. Green grass. Look at this character with his goggles on. Second round pick, even from Corona, California. He's a youngin'. He must have been a high schooler. 06, 18. Mike coming in with the first super chat of the day. Hi, Stryker. Would you consider doing a food challenge / card hunt collab with the LA Beast? Would love to see a couple YouTube goats join forces. Absolutely. LA Beast swings by the stream from time to time, Mike. Didn't know if you knew that. I would love to do that. He's the man. I swing into his live streams whenever he does them. Hang out. He knows who I am. Mike, your 20th super chat on a live stream. Active contributor to the scene. I love it. You think someone pulled the Skeens or just not saying anything? That rarely happens these days. People want recognition for a huge pull like that. It'd probably be for sale. Because like you pull a card like that, most likely you're going to sell it. So then you at least post something about it on social media to get the hype train flowing. It's just the smart thing to do. If someone ripped it and didn't say anything, what's the point? I'm going to enjoy this for myself and not share it with anybody. Like that. Usually people don't do that. They like to share their pulls and their cards, and it's a community, you know? Nice Max Clark. Die cut. Still doing the diet? No, cowboy, I lost 25 pounds. And that was like, I started losing too much weight. I didn't like the way I looked. Like, I'm 100. I should be walking around at 185. So I got down below that, and I was like, ugh. Back to normal. Eating chocolate-covered everything. Dude, I got these things. I don't have them right here. Oh, look at this. This is something special. This is like 1 out of 50 boxes right here. Guys, we just hit the jackpot. But I got these peanuts. They're you know, the double dip chocolate peanuts that are like real fat. So this is dipped in peanut butter first and then chocolate. So they're peanut butter coated, chocolate coated double dip peanuts. You want to gain some weight, let me tell you. You get some of those. Woo, baby. Stryker isn't jacked. I mean, have you seen me shirtless? My senior picture, I'm not kidding. My senior picture in high school was me shirtless. I know. I look back at it today and it's so cringe. I am so cringy, but I was ripped. Ryan Waldschmidt to 250. Our boy. Multiple Waldies. What do we do with this? I think I'm just gonna like, I'll wait till after this box. Usually I like dessert first, but hit the like button. Let's get some good vibes in the chat going for this magical special pack that's 1 out of 5 bazillion boxes. It's not a pearl pack, it's different. So look at this. These are special exclusive parallels. There's sunflower seeds, peanuts, popcorn, or Cracker Jacks, and gum. So those are going to be, I mean, let's hope we get a banger out of there, because those are going to be super desirable. And they look good, too. Where do you get those peanuts from? Oh, I got them from my dad's shop. I don't know where you can get them from. And he only had, like, they sell out so fast. He gets them in the 50-pound boxes. They sell out so fast. I went in there and I was like, Dad, you did not tell me you got these back in. And he's like, I thought you liked the dark chocolate ones. I'm like, yeah, I do, but I like these too. And just grabbed them all. Cortez to 125. Check. Oh man, my mute button doesn't work. I have to rehook up my mute button to this new controller. Wonder if I can do that on the fly here. Bet you I can. Let's jackpot. I don't really trust it though, so I better keep the TOS in mind with the new mute button. You're not sorry at all about that, Willie. Why would you even say that? Sorry, Bambi lovers. You're not sorry. In fact, quite the opposite. I believe that's just a little rub in. Emmett Olson, legend in the chat. Any Josh Karen autos yet? Nah, I don't think so. We're only on break 2. Not sure. But we did get this one. That I know. That I do know. And Waldschmidt, if you are a fan of Waldschmidt, this is the break for you. What is it that you don't want us to hear? Just all the words that come out of my mouth that would break TOS. That's it. Just career-ending words that I'm constantly spouting out. Maybe, maybe not. I don't. You wouldn't know, would you? Because it's muted. Holton. But this is a family channel, so we don't say those potty words around here until I hit the mute button, and then they all come out. So when something like this, just know I'm probably saying a bannable word or 2 or 3. Yeah, earmuffs, everybody. I don't know if that works through the internet. How do you join a break? Andrew asks. We got to join the Patreon crew. If you see the little blue highlighted Streamlabs bot, he drops a link to join the Patreon group, become a slammer. Slammers get notified when I post a break. That's how you buy in. I had to create a barrier to entry because too many people want in, and I only do this Wednesdays and Fridays. So that's a way to support the channel, to keep me going, keep me motivated. This is an incredible undertaking. Everything that goes into my life and this business and all the other businesses. I can't do anymore. I'm at the peak right now. I cannot do anything else. And I'm not hiring a whole crew of people. It's just, no, I'm not going to do that. There's so many more responsibilities when you have like a full business full of employees that you have to worry about. It's another game that I'm well aware of and don't want to deal with. Yeah. Then you're like, okay, so you got to hire a manager to deal with your employees, and then an assistant manager, and then a accountant, and then a payroll specialist, and then a janitor, and like you just keep, when you start hiring employees, you just keep growing and growing, and then you like, it just gets bigger and then more complex and more stressful, and it never stops. I have just firsthand knowledge of all of this. My family's run a business for 50 years. I know all about it. I don't want it. And the rumors and the gossip and and I'm quitting, and then you got to replace them, and nope. Don't need it. Don't want it. Nick Kurtz. Nice hit. We've gotten 2 Kurtz as well. Number 4 overall prospect. Going to Eric. Bryson, good luck, and thank you for joining. Spotter, what's up? $2 super chat coming in from Spotter. Appreciate that. Chase Burns. This is one of the top boys right here. Number 2 overall pick, Chase Burns. Right-handed pitcher for the Reds. Stud. I hear Stryker can get spicy from dumb questions. No, just like repeat questions for the 100th time that are also dumb. But could you imagine sitting in front of a crowd for 3-4 hours and getting hit with the same question over and over, and then multiply that by like 5 years straight? You do it multiple times, 5 years straight. Eventually, you might get a little irritated. And it's just a little bit drawn out and hyped up for dramatic comedic entertainment effects. The Cubby. Happy Bowman draft day. Even if I'm a little late to the party. Well, you're not too late for this, Cubby. Already we got him. A big one. $50 Chuck, what's up? Yeah, we got the chill music today, man. I need the chill. There's so much on my mind. Plus, we're having the main event here. The poker tournament. Chuck's in my league. And I'm trying to get the barn ready. It is now is the fun point where I'm just kind of decking it out. But I spent probably hours. I don't know how many hours because I was doing a bunch of different things, but just setting up the TVs. Got a new TV and it was a heck of a deal. 75-inch OLED. Ooh, it's so crisp and clean. 240 hertz. It's awesome. All right, now our special pack, guys. This may be the only one we ever see. These are rare. Jamie watching from England. Nice. All right, let's check out our special hits. Sunflower Seeds. Aiden Smith, Tampa Bay. This one's going to Brandon. And then Peanuts. Chase Burns. That's a big boy. Going to Kurt. Nice hit. Blake Larson. White Sox. Bobby. And this is popcorn? Popcorn. Finally, gum. Oh, 5 of 5 auto. I don't think you're guaranteed an auto in these. I think that's just a double rare one. Ben Hess, 5 of 5 bubblegum. Bam! Monster for Eric. This is a special card. That's a hot B. Ever since seeing an OLED, every other TV just looks depressing. And yeah, it makes my other one look like a pile of... we got like some kind of a double. How do we do this? Okay, let's first... Yeah, that's what we're doing, Chuck. We're breaking the party barn in for the main event. Okay, 1 box left. We're not even done. We got 3 more bangers to go. You didn't need John Boy to figure that one out? Craig, what's up? Happy Wednesday. John Elway, here we go. Yeah, Mr. I was drafted ahead of Tony Gwynn, John Elway. They've got an article about that on Baseball America, too. Peyton Tolle. Boston. That one's going to Steve. Congratulations. Base auto, but we've got a speckle. Christian Moore to 71. Number 8 overall pick, Christian Moore. That's a big hit. Daniel. Very good. Low numbered. And Connor Foley. So I guess you're not guaranteed 2, but it's probably going to be 75% of these boxes have 2 parallels. Not every single one's going to, but a vast majority will. Yeah, we're pulling some good stuff already. I love that little bonus pack. What a great idea, man. Every release this year, Topps is just they keep one-upping it. Just something a little bit special and unique and cool to look out for. The John Elway firsts coming out of this release. We had Brady last year. And then the little bonus special pack is cool. All right, here we go. Let's look at some hits. We got the blue, sky blue parallels, which are more vivid this year. Drayling, Nelly, Culpepper die cut, Cortez to 125. A couple of Burns parallels. There's Max Clark die cut, Radney to 499. Christian Moore in tune. Scheifleben, Green Grass to 99. Abel to 75. In tune, Smith. And then another Hagen Smith, sky blue. Keyshaw to 499. Montgomery, sky blue first. Yes, Savage to 75. Anderson to 250. Matheson. Caminiti, die cut. Moore. Sterling. Wright to 250. Holton. Massey to 250. Shojinaga to 99. Dylan Cruz in tune. Bielson. Lunar Glow. King in tune. Those seem to, we've pulled a lot of those in this one. Bright. Waldschmidt to 99 and a base. Popcorn Larson. Hess. Gum autoed 5 of 5. On card first. Monster hit. Aiden Smith. Sunflower Seeds. Kyle Teal to 499. Another Waldschmidt to 250. Bazana. Gold Shimmer to 50. Burns. Peanuts. Kurtz. JD Dix first. Burke, Lunar Glow. Foley, Tolle, Moore to 71. Break number 3. Once again, shout out to Baseball America. Top 10 graphic. Here's the release schedule. They're doing the top 10 prospects, organizational prospects. Today, we've got the White Sox. Tomorrow, the day I'm looking forward to, the Tigers. They're going through and breaking down all the best prospects within each individual organization. You've got detailed information about each player. There's the top 100 list. And check this out on their website. The 2024 Bowman Draft checklist, MLB prospect cards we're hunting. It's way more in depth than that. They talk about the best spots to get for breaks. They break down all the best players to look out for, every bit of information you can imagine. They've even got an article about, yes, the Yankees really drafted John Elway ahead of Tony Gwynn. Just scroll. You can keep scrolling. The page has so many articles, so much information. It is the place to go for information about baseball prospects and baseball in general, especially this off season. I mean, we're all looking for baseball content, and this is the place. Baseball America. Here we go. Break number 3. Kind of flying through this, but it's going as planned. Crushing. There they are. Baseball America in the chat. What's up? Thanks for catching the stream. Appreciate that. Already pulling some bangers. I don't know if you saw that. That last one. Everyone give Baseball America a shout out in the chat. They are here live. Levi Sterling to 499. Pirates. Going to Christopher. There's a Christian Moore. Couple of refractors. Alvarez, your first break. Good luck. Sky Blue, Jackson Kent to $4.99. There's Michael Massey to $2.50. Nick Kurtz, in tune. What do you guys think about this insert? It's different. Kind of like it. Kind of a cool design. Do you think they will bring back the light boxes? I haven't seen anything about light boxes. I don't... Did they do it last year? Did they do the light boxes last year? I don't know. I don't remember. It's so hard to keep up with all this, you guys. They're just dropping... At the end of the year, they always do this. They always drop like tons of releases at the end of the year because they finally have all the prospects. You know, it takes a long time getting these people. All these are on card, except for some of the insert ones are stickers. But you know, to get all these players to sign these cards in person, on card, takes this amount of time. And then of course they want to come out with it as soon as possible, as soon as they get it all done. But we've got Bowman's Best coming out. Triple Threads a little bit later. Black and White. Luminaries. Dynasty. Like, or not Dynasty. What's the other one? Another, like, single individual card rip. Chrome. Topps Chrome update just came out. Johnny King for the Blue Jays to 71. There's a Seaver King and a Johnny King. Seaver King was number 10. This is a third round pick. Speckle to 71 going to Michael. Sapphire update coming out. Bowman Chrome Sapphire came out not too long ago. Keeping up with all this is ridiculous. Kyle Teal to $4.99. Campos. Seems to be quite a few parallel autos coming out of here. And if I'm not mistaken, the checklist, Cubby could answer this if he's still in the chat, but does it seem like there's fewer autographs in this Bowman draft release, like the prospect autos, than the last couple of years? I thought we were over 100 the last couple of years, and I thought this one had 99 or in the 90s. There's a Martin Luther King, but he's not in this set that got drafted. Well, Boback, do you know the prospects? Like, if you're just looking for players that you recognize, you don't recognize these guys. That's why you think it is the way it is. But if you're like into prospects and draft picks and organizational top 10 lists, this is the best Bowman product between like Bowman, Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome. This is the best product for players that are the most ready, the most far along, and the most recognizable names. And then also in terms of like the individual organization's top 10 list, which is an important thing to note. So it's not just the top 100 list that you need to pay attention to for the prospects. It's the organizational top 10 list, because that shows you how close these guys are to making it into the bigs. Like, teams are constantly needing, like, people get injured throughout the year, and where do you think they get their players from? Like, their organizational, not only their organizational top 10 list, but just like who's the farthest along that can help us. So they're dipping into the minors. and they're going to go grab the players that are most ready. So if you go into like the White Sox top 10 list, we got Casey Asaki, and check out like the different, like where are they at? How far along are they relative to the other prospects within the organization? When you open up like Bowman, you're going to get more players that are international players, regular Bowman and Bowman Chrome. They're going to have a lot more international players, especially Bowman Chrome. Like Bowman Chrome has a high ceiling because there's a lot of players that you never heard of. You're not going to know about unless you go to Baseball America. And those guys are young, 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, and they're a ways away from being in the bigs if they ever make it. But there's a high ceiling there because they're so young and they can, like their talent isn't fully tapped yet. These guys are farther along, way farther along, and some of them are like ready to go. They just need a little taste in the minors just to make sure they can see some higher end competition. Because these guys played in college and against college competition. Whereas the international prospects, they play against like Dominican Summer League talent that's all over the place. So you can't really get an accurate judgment on where they are relative to their competition until they're in the minors for a little bit. This is a magenta crater, lunar crater, and that looks different than the last one. The color, the coloration. Reinders for the Pirates. Christopher. Walker Jenkins. Draft is the least risky Bowman product because you'll actually know who they are. Yeah. It's the least risky. It holds its value better than any other. So like this stuff never drops below. I mean, it typically floats, these boxes typically float between $550 to $650, these jumbo boxes. Always. Maybe like 10 years down the road, they might drop a little bit, but like there's always going to be, out of a Bowman draft release, there's always going to be several relevant players that make it into the bigs that end up being like a cornerstone for the team. Maybe not a superstar or Hall of Famer, but a recognizable player, all-stars, players that you recognize, that you know about. You know, these teams invest a lot of draft capital. They invest a lot into these players. They have to sign them. They get a lot of money. So it's in their best interest to spend all their resources developing these players, and it pays off. And they're not going to be like, a majority of these autographs are like first, second, third rounders. So all these players they've got legit skills and pretty close to being ready. Dana to 99, green grass for the Angels, going to Eric. Who are we searching for in this? I'll drop a link for you, but it's behind a paywall. Rightfully so. Dropping a link in the chat to the Baseball America article. You want to know who to look for? Check out the article. It'll break everything down for you. You don't have to do any extra work. Yeah, they hold over. So what they'll do is when Bowman comes out, Bowman's going to be coming out usually in like May. I think May, January, February, March, April. Yeah, maybe April or May. Regular Bowman comes out, and the players that they held out of this, the number 3, number 5, and number 7 overall picks, those guys are going to have their first autos in Bowman. And it's smart for them to do that. They don't want, I mean, they have 3 Bowman releases that they need to have good prospects for. But the number 1 guy always goes in Bowman draft. And then, like, so Bobby Witt Jr. ended up coming out in Bowman, and they held him out of Bowman draft. Just as a recent example. Don't get spicy. If the spiciness comes, it comes. What can I do? What can I do? It just, you can't hold back. or else you get an ulcer. Sissel. Are we on number 3? Yeah, we're on break 3. Okay, Jerome. It's tough to keep track of all this. 6 breaks today, folks. The Cubby. You can find all the stats of first players at prospecthotlist.com. The Cubby has got a good site for statistics. Josh Karen, that's a lunar glow. It looks like there's one. Is there one lunar glow coming out of each one of these boxes? Bunch of different kind of box sets. You've got your sky blue, lunar glow, and then the inserts. Caglione, 6th overall. Inspire Lab, you want some magic sprinkle for the Padres? There you go. Cooper Pratt. To 200. That is a strange numbering for Speckle. To 200. Okay. There's a Padre for you. Tears. Refractor. Oh yeah, Blacksmith breaks. Huge one. We got a huge one already. Hot B. Dylan Dreeling to 499 refractor. Going to the Rangers. Eric. Nice hit. There's a Bazana. There's a refractor DeVries. Good hit. Nick Kurtz got a little soft corner, unfortunately, but it's a nice one. Another refractor, Padre. Hit that like button, everybody. Let's get to 300. 300 likes real quick, like. Griffin Herring to 150. True blue. Hurtado. Sky blue. Blake Burke. Auto for Robert. Colton, thanks for the subscribe. How many breaks you doing, asks Matthew. We are doing 6 breaks today. So we are almost halfway through. Breaks are taking, looks like, about what, 35, 40 minutes, something like that. Keeping it moving. Everything's already sorted out. Break the buy-in, everything's already randomized. Everybody knows their teams. Everything's good to go. You played against all these dudes, Vinny? Oh, what happened? I've already gotten multiple emails about from people who actually did play against these guys. People looking for cards of players that were either on their team and people that they played against or played with or whatever. Emmett probably recognizes some names. Harry Ford to 75. Yellow parallel. Draft looks good. I mean, it is exactly as I expected. We already got one of those special packs too. Super rare special pack. I don't know what they're calling it. It's like a pearl pack, but it's got 4 different parallels inside. HTA choice box. Hello, Julie. I'm going to send you some cool stuff about Nintendo first edition you may like. Yeah. Absolutely. I think Harry Ford will make it in the majors. I like him being from England. Yeah, he's one of the top guys. I thought he was going to make it sooner. I don't know what the weight is. He was good in the WBC, right? Aaron Parker auto for the Blue Jays. That one's from Michael. JD Dix to 199. Going to Jerome. That is an Aqua Lava. And Hagen Smith. Pulled multiple Hagen Smiths today for Kurt. Are we ever going to see Harry Ford? So much, like, this is why you go to Baseball America. Like, you can pull up his profile and they update the profiles all the time. And you can find out exactly what's going on with all of these prospects. How they have been doing, any roadblocks that they ran into, when they're expected to be called up into the majors, like the approximate year, what year, you know, or even like should see him in the second half of 2024 or something like that, 2025. I know, Lucas. My wife actually told me yesterday because I'm very stressed out lately because this is a lot of work, and I haven't taken any time off. Like November was crazy. I was nonstop November. My wife told me yesterday, she's like, maybe you and like a buddy should just go to Vegas or something. I was like, I guess. But I have like a free trip to Vegas right here. I have a free trip to Vegas right here. Hotel, airfare. Yeah. It was because we bought a couch. And they gave us like this voucher. You can either go to Vegas or Orlando. And it's going to expire soon if I don't use it. I know. Christian Moore for Eric. Base auto. What's up, Scott? Kegs. Cash. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these cards are all spoken for already, but I'm sure people will be putting these cards on eBay. Whoa, look at this. This is new. I don't even know what this is called. That's to 100. It's like plate steel, or I don't know what the heck that is. Does anybody know what this new parallel is called? Brody Bright. I like it. Looks kind of cool. Interesting. Unique. Something different. One's going to Will. Oh, there we go. Nice refractor. Bazana. Muck says, I would come with, but Vegas is very dangerous for someone like me. Oh. Have to get a little buzzer, like a little shot collar every time you head to the ATM. Kyle. Zzz, zzz. Reptilian steel? Is that what it's called? Just, no, it's not for a timeshare. There's no strings attached. Is Vegas a vacation or an expense? Exactly. If I make content, it would be an expense. But what's the point? Every time I think about making, there's a nut, dude. You've been getting so many refractors for the Padres. Ethan Salas. Every time I want to record some like gameplay, video gaming, whatever it is, I can't help but think like, this isn't fun. This is work. Like when you see your favorite streamers, like, you know, you get into the mode, into the zone. Like if that's all you do, if you stream gameplay, then you're like, your setup is all ready for that. You just sit down and fire it up. Where my setup is not ready for that. And it's like, this is supposed to be relaxing, like, or just, this is supposed to be my downtime, my entertainment time, where I step away and like actually like wind down. And if I'm going to be like recording it or streaming it or whatever, it's just like all these extra steps that go into it and all this extra, like you can't just sit there and have fun. You got to be thinking and interacting with the chat and like, all right, make sure you don't say the wrong words and Sterling. Or else they give you a nice little message that pops up on the game that says, well, this is your last chance. You're going to be banned. Are you playing Elden Ring? No. No, the game's like, so I've got Diablo 4. I even bought the expansion that I've barely even had time to play. I think I played it for just a few hours one day, and I haven't even played it after that. But I got Black Ops 6, and I have 2 copies of it because I bought one for my daughter too, and she just moved on to Fortnite after like 2 times playing it. And also, what else? Civilization 7 is going to be coming out, which I'm going to be playing at some point. But that's another one. Civ 7 though, see, I don't play online. It's just a turn-based game, so you don't have to like commit and get everything set up for it. It's just whenever you want to play, just sit down and play a few turns. Although it never works out that way. It works out to where it's like 7 hours later and you reset it like 8 times to try to get a better start. Well, it's like anything else, Noel. It's like anything else. Just sometimes you absolutely hit a nuke, and sometimes you don't. But the floor is high on this, and the ceiling is as high as it gets. This has got the top ceiling of any product, I would say. Maybe like it just depends on how the individual players pan out. Jackson Kent for Eric, but there's a reason why things are priced the way they are. I'll always remember that. The market works itself out. Like when we have a free market, the supply and demand, it works out to where the price is the price, and people are paying the price for a reason. If you go find a hobby box of something and it's like $50, that's when you should be like, why is this only $50? Because those are the ones that aren't worth it. The ones that are expensive are usually because there's a reason why they're that expensive. And this stuff, this is like, I don't know how many times I'm going to talk about this, but I didn't get my ticker, so we'll just mark this up on the board. But 3 on-card autos. Firsts, First parallels, first refractors, first autographs, highest ceiling of any card you can get for any player. That's the most collectible card. The Bowman first autograph. And that's what comes out of here. And the players are already polished because they come out of college. Jared Thomas to 499. Refractor. We are getting some Rockies hits. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have. Will, congratulations. You sure about that, Ben? You know you could get Paul Skeens from that. Paul Skeens first autos. Wyatt Langford first autos. Max Clark's first autos. You know those are very valuable, right? No, you don't. So, I mean, I don't know. Ain't worth nothing. I beg to differ. Gage Miller. Lunar Glow. Actually, they're like the most valuable cards. You think it's a better buy than Gilded dollar for dollar? This is a better value than Gilded when it comes to like a floor. And by a floor, I mean like the basic ROI that you can expect to get. If you're looking at it from that standpoint of like, you know, when you open up a box like this, if you piece everything out, you take your best cards, you get them graded. You sell some stuff raw. You try to make a set. I mean, if you individually piece them out and sell individual cards, like this has got a higher floor of like just a average box ROI. Does it have a higher ceiling though? That is up for debate. Probably not, but a more realistic ceiling, probably, because the ceiling on Gilded is a cut auto from someone who's been dead for hundreds of years. So that's like a priceless, and those are 101s. So that's not priceless, but awfully rare and collectible and affordable. Whereas these are players that, you know, there's going to be probably at least one or two players that end up being superstars out of here. You can kind of consider like every Bowman draft that comes out has got at least an all-star or two. If not, you know, a generational talent, superstar type player. But you can't, there's no guarantees in anything. But if you compare this to Gilded, different releases, it's tough. Because there's no like just base cards in Gilded. There's 5 cards. They're all numbered. They're all very collectible, active players who like superstars and Hall of Famers. And then you get your rookie autographs of just the top rookies that have already made it. And your gold frame like Hall of Famer type of autograph. So it's really not apples to apples to compare the two releases, but it is interesting thinking about it. It's going to be more for a box of Gilded too. Like quite a bit more for a box of Gilded. Like if you had the choice of as a consumer, I think it would be, you're getting more bang for your buck in this product because there's more packs to rip and you've got base cards that you can deal with individually. So you're getting like more things, way more things out of a box like this. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to deal with all the base cards and you just have stacks and piles of them anyway, and you just want some really premium, then I guess Gilded would be the way to go. More recognizable players out of there. Like every player is going to be recognizable. Diaz to 150. Cam Smith. Cubs hit. This is number 14 overall pick. Going to Joshua and Dakota Jordan. San Francisco. This is number 16 overall pick. So that was a good box in terms of prospects. First rounders. Lucas says, you played fantasy baseball, right? Is it a lot of stress? No. Fantasy sports? That's not very stressful. Well, towards the end, because I really wanted to win. So I won this year. And it was stressful for me this year because like I had the best team all year long, and I was losing in the final week up until the last day. So that was stressful because like I couldn't help but think this whole year for nothing if I lose, you know. Second place, I don't care about second. I'll throw second in the toilet. I want first. And it's not about anything other than just, you know, the pride of it, the achievement, the accomplishment, playing against a bunch of guys who know what they're doing. And I also live streamed the draft. You can go back and watch it. So you can see like what I was thinking with all my draft picks and how it worked out. I'm sure not all of them did, but most of my picks worked out real well. Some guys got hurt. I lost them. Some of my main guys. But in general, fantasy is not supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be fun, enjoyable. And throughout the season, it's a long season, so you know, up until that last week or the playoffs can be a little stressful. Let's check out the hits. It's all about bragging rights. Well, I'm not a bragger when it comes to that. I just wanted the taste of victory. That sweet, sweet nectar. We got Cam Smith die cut, Dana Greengrass to 99, Massey to 250, King to 71, Sterling to 499, Reinders to 199, Drayling to 499, Burke base, Sawkey, Kent to 499, Campos, Lunar Glow, Vargas, Kyle Teal to 499, Sissel base, Joe Dix to 199, Harry Ford to 75, Hagen Smith base auto, Aaron Parker base, Hurtado Sky Blue, Kurtz to 150, Pratt to 200, Carson Lunar Glow, Herring to 150, Thomas Refractor 499, Jackson Kent Gold to 50, Bazana Refractor Moore first, Diaz Mojo to 150, Jordan base, Smith base, Dix Green Grass, Miller Lunar Glow Bright to 100, Sterling first, Shepherdson to 200, and Trimble. Are they moving away from the straight 99 and just going to like 100, 200? Is that what they're doing here? Break number 4 ready to go. You see how we do it here at Stryker Breaks? We don't dilly-dally and fiddle around and delay things. No, we get right into the next box. It's already all taken care of before the stream. No need to do the randomization and all that beforehand. One note though, make sure you check out Baseball America and their release schedule. Top 10 organizational prospects, and they've got the glorious, the most wonderful article right here. 2024 Bowman Draft Checklist, the MLB prospect cards that we are hunting. I'm just going to show you how long this article is and the kind of information that they have available. Everything you need to know. They really crushed it. BaseballAmerica.com. Use the code Stryker for 30% off a digital subscription. You need it. If you open Bowman Draft, you have to have it, or else you don't know what you're doing. Info on Harry Ford. Info on every single prospect that is worthy of information. Jamie, so yes. Rodney Green. Rodney Green. How cute is that? Let me pull it up. Jessiel, congratulations. You are on the board for stand-worthy card number 1. This is break 4. Oh, Peter, Cubs in break 3. You might have clicked on the wrong link or something. Break 4. Dante Nori gold, true gold, 30 of 50 for the Phillies. Eric getting some hits today. Congratulations. Double color match. That is a double color match. Ultra rare double color match. Rodney Green, green parallel, green color match jersey. It's too much for the mind to comprehend. No more Fanatics blasters for update, Austin. Once they're gone off the website, that's the only place they're for sale. You can now only get them on the secondary market. I don't know how much they're charging on the secondary, but probably, I mean, I have no idea. I couldn't even guess. Oh, there we go. Baseball America dropping into the chat, answering the question for Jamie. BA says, absolutely, our Mariner list drops next week. Ford has exceptional athleticism and is a plus runner. Gets on base a lot. He's still a raw defender, though, behind the plate and might move to outfield. See what I mean? Even the basic write-up has all the info you need. Vargas, Dodgers hit. Excellent response. Bryson says, pulled my first skeins yesterday. You're going to buy 3 more for Christmas? I tried warning everybody, man. Once they sell out, they're gone and they get more expensive. It was the best deal. I said it over and over and over. Trying to let y'all know. The best deal that you could possibly get. And that would ever, I'm like, it's never going to get cheaper than it was for those Fanatics boxes. For any format, $1 per hit, $1 per card, all of it is just so good. The $1 per card's the best for the straight retail and hanger boxes and also fat packs. Because the guaranteed parallels that come in there and also the redemption cards that you get out of there, the $1 per card is a little bit more expensive in Fanatics boxes than fat packs and hanger boxes. McLean to $199. Ken Burke says, so Ford is like MJ Melendez. You got the Merrill Aqua color match. I love that card. The yellow is awesome too because he's got yellow in that City Connect jersey. Braylon Payne to $250. I've got some bangers at PSA right now I can't wait for. And when I say bangers, I'm talking about stuff that you actually saw me pull on the channel that I decided to send to the upgrade shop. And there's, I can't remember if any of those, I know I've got like 4 or 5 different Merrills and I can't decide if I want to keep them or start because I've got like a little Merrill PC going of raw stuff, but those are going to be pretty pricey. I don't know how much. We're talking probably around $100 card for a Merrill PSA 10, maybe a little less, 80. But I think I might have to keep, if I can gem up an aqua and a yellow, those ones I'm going to have to keep. But remember, I have that rule where I'm only allowed to keep so many slabs that fit into my box. But then I just expanded. I got 2 more cases. So now I've got plenty. I've got plenty of room for some new additions. Emmett says, sent my Skeens auto to 25 to the upgrade shop and she gemmed up. Yes. Woohoo. That's a monster. Congratulations. There's no guarantee that she's going to gem. Brody, blue to 150. We've gotten multiple Brody autos today. Grant, whoever's got the Rockies in the breaks today, prepare for a Brody Bright auto. Just get ready. Don't know yet? Yeah. Tough call. Romeo. Green. Now hunting Josh Karen draft. I know we got at least a parallel so far of his. At least I think so. In tune, Bazana. Break's been awesome so far. We've got a lot of good stuff, Boback. But I think you must have not been listening. You already... I already responded to your comment earlier, and I kind of went off on a little rant, so I'm not even going to bother. What is an upgrade shop? It's just a nickname I came up with for PSA, sending it off to get graded. It's like upgrading your card, taking it to the upgrade shop. These are so light. It feels like there's nothing in them. Still opening Chrome update? Yeah. But as the new releases come out on release day, I do generally like just whatever the release is, strictly that. And then so Friday we'll do mixers, start doing some mixers. I might do like maybe, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but I will probably incorporate some other releases just to spread it out a little bit. Messina to 499, Refractor, Casey Cook, and Caglione. That's a nice hit. Jimmy, number 6 overall pick, Jack Caglione. Lots of Rockies on the stage today. Nori to 250. Weren't you just asking for some Phillies? Oh, wait, that's for Eric. Someone else was asking for Phillies. Was it the last break? Can't remember. Purple Nori to 250. They got to save some guys for Bowman, Austin. Bowman will be here before you know it. Morales, Lunar Glow. Oh, he's a catcher. Come on. He looks like a catcher too, doesn't he? A little thick in the hips. Ooh, that's a rare one. DeVries, final draft. That is a sweet one. New, like 90s graffiti style. Very good, Luke. Really cool. First one we've seen is Casey Cook. Refractor. Do they only do Fanatics box format for the update? No, they did all three this year. They did Series 1, Series 2, and update. But they sell out fast. It was actually available for longer than I thought it would be. Bench to $4.99. More. Sky blue. Like, I thought it was going to sell out within the first day, those Fanatics boxes, because it was such a good deal. But it lasted like a week or more. I don't know. I bought as much as I could get my hands on. Mathis. Pete, you got a Cubs hit. Cole Mathis, first autograph. Shifty pulled an orange chrome Jackson Merrill auto from Stadium Club Compact. Wow, that's a huge card. The Stadium Club hits are tough. Usually, like, it's the same old guys. Same old kind of no names, but occasionally you do get a banger like that. The checklist is just too vast for the autographs. McCage, but it has to be like that to get it to that price point where it's affordable. There's always a give and take where it's like either one thing has to kind of suffer for another thing to thrive. And usually, like, if you want the best combination of names and pull rate, quality, collectability, it's going to be expensive. It has to be. It's our first parallel. It's Walker Jenkins in a green. The green looks gnarly. In action to 99 for the Twins. Let's go into Eric. Seaver King to $4.99. Sky blue parallel. For Justin. Peyton Tolley. Cam and Eddie. For Michael. Die cut. The actions, they're unique. I don't know. I mean, like, this is my first time seeing them today. Am I a fan of them? I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them because they're rare enough where it's like you're not pulling multiples of those. Usually when I am not a fan is when they're just too common and then they get to be annoying. But since these are only like one per box, I like the parallels, especially. Trimble for the Marlins, Brian. But if I had a choice, Cash Mayfield. I don't really know. I can't. I would say I need to, like, give it maybe by Friday I'll have an opinion on that. I'm up in the air. I think there are other die cuts that I like more, And there are other die cuts that I like less at this point. They're not stars of MLB, no. They're like... They're more in line with the rarity maybe of a triumvirate. Do I like triumvirates better than these? Not necessarily. But the triumvirates, these are unique. I mean, it's interesting. I'm still trying to figure it out. If I didn't like it, usually that kind of thing hits after like the first day. Like usually I like almost everything the first day. Bazana. Just because it's new. So I like, you know, I want to give it some time to think about and settle on. And then Friday, when we open up some more, I'll know more. I think maybe I'm just like neutral on it. You think you'll grab Allen Ginter X with the new price hike? I don't know about, what do you mean? I didn't hear about Allen Ginter X. Ooh, rose gold to 10. 1 of 10, Carter Matheson. Eric piling up the hits today. That's a beauty. We've gotten a rose gold lava, a rose gold lava to 10, regular rose gold to 10, and black gold to 10 today, or just a black to 10. I always get Allen Ginter X though, Jamie. ANG X is a limited print run. All of the hits are low numbered. Like you get a guaranteed framed auto, at least in the past. Who knows this year, but probably be the same. Guaranteed framed auto, and usually they're numbered to like 25 or less. And it's better names. The base cards even have more collectability. So ANGX is something I always get. Now I don't get a ton of it. I don't just like blow my whole bankroll or something on it, but I always like to open at least a box, and maybe if I can get a few boxes for breaks. But like I said, that stuff, it usually kind of sells out fast, and there's not a ton of it that's made. It's dropping on Friday. I mean, I'll get some if I can, but a lot of times I'm super busy. On break days, I'm so busy I don't have time to do anything else. Like not even click on a website hardly. So I might not be able to. I've been missing a lot of them because of that too. A lot of releases. Tyson Lewis. And that is numbered to 250. We are burning through top loaders and supplies. Tyson Lewis for the Cincinnati Reds. Going to Kurt. Starting to run out of stage space, too. I think I did not do a lot of double stacking. DeVries refractor on the back. $149.99 a box. That's not more expensive than normal, is it? Because on the secondary market, those boxes are always like $250. Right to 99. At least it seems that way. But since there's... See, this is a sneaky time of year when you can actually get good deals on stuff because there's so many releases come out. Some get lost in the shuffle. Like ANGX might get lost in the shuffle. Because people are buying like there's things with a higher ceiling. Look at that. Whoa, Bryce Eldridge. Oh, we got back-to-back plasmas. The refractor looks cool. 250, Bryce Eldridge. Another hit for Eric. What's up, Dennis? They doubled in price. There's no way they were $75 a box last year. Not a chance. They had to have been at least $125. Ivan Luciano. I mean, I could be mistaken. I'm not going to say there's no way, but pretty sure those are usually like, I mean, because you got a guaranteed auto coming out of there. They're not gonna. There's no, I can't see any way that they're less than like 125. Someone, I mean, where are you getting that info from, Jamie? That they were less. Is it your memory, or did someone online say that and you're just going with it? Nick Kurtz, very nice to 99. 4th overall draft pick, refractor parallel. Oakland in the money. Jasir. Couple of nice cards for you. You got the double color match and now the Kurtz. Oakland's a good team to get in the breaks. For these in particular. You rewatched the video from last year? 69 to 89. I don't know. That seems really, really cheap. Because it's a whole hobby box with a guaranteed hit. I don't know. 2023 Ginter X was $69.99. That is an outrageously low price. Maybe they're just conditioning us. That's probably what's going on. They're conditioning us to these higher prices, and it's just like, oh, they're always that much. I'm like, who'd you hear that from? Me? Oh. Well, I guess it's right then. Aiden Smith, the 125. No. Straight from the horse's mouth. I mean, I can't believe that they were that cheap. So Ginter X was cheaper than Ginter? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, there's only one hit compared to 3, but you're not getting a relic out of Ginter X. You're getting an auto. So, I don't know. Either way, I'll be getting a box. At least one. Have any cheese curds yet? No. But I did go to the Mexican restaurant yesterday, and I ordered, it's called the El Grito. And it's like a eating challenge. And it's a gigantic burrito surrounded by nachos. And I took a little video of it. I'll have to show you guys. Because it's enormous. And if you beat it, you get a t-shirt that says, I made the El Grito fit in here, and it points down to your belly. And I've beaten it. Although I've tried it like I think that was my 5th time maybe trying it, or 4th time trying it. And I've only defeated it once. But I had to plan for it. Like yesterday, I didn't plan for it. I just like it, so I ordered it. I wasn't trying to eat the whole thing. She even came around and she's like, are you doing the challenge? When she brought it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to try to eat the whole thing. I just like it. I like the taste. Just like the taste. So I have something to eat for dinner tonight. The leftovers. I think actually, like, I could have eaten it yesterday if I really would have put my mind to it. But it's probably 4 or 5 pounds of food. And if you don't prep for that, like, at least like Like I was eating the chips, the appetizer chips. You can't do that. You got to just say, no, I'm going to pass on the chips and just wait for the food. Or else it's not going to happen. Because it's a whole thing of nachos. And then you're just like, oh man, I just had a whole basket full of chips and salsa. And now I got to eat this gigantic thing. Always loving the rice and beans are inside. Yeah, the rice and the beans are inside. Not only that, it's got lettuce inside too, which you might think like, ugh, but it's really good. It has lettuce and sour cream, rice, beans, your choice of meat. It's got 3 different sauces on it, and then it's surrounded by nachos. And it's like, you wouldn't even be able to fit it on the screen here. Yeah, I watch Beard Meats Food. Yes. And then 2 gentlemen came in, and he looks down at my plate and he just goes, oh, get the El Grito, eh? And I was like, you know it. And we bonded. He's like, because it was Taco Tuesday, and normally I get tacos on Taco Tuesday because they're discounted. And I didn't. And he's like, he was talking about that. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get the burrito and some tacos. Like, good call. He's like, I eat the tacos here and I take the burrito home. I'm like, man, you got it all figured out. Yep. This is it for this break. Yeah, Beard Meats Food actually just did like a whole series in Michigan. So that was pretty cool because it's at least one of the places I recognized. You got to prep for an eating challenge, man. At least mentally. And don't eat breakfast for sure. And probably like I definitely wouldn't eat dinner the night before either, yeah, or breakfast, and just be ready to go. Have nothing in my stomach. Maybe a little bit of coffee to warm things up, get things going, but Ethan Anderson first for Bo. We got Blake Larson to 99. Going to Dawson to Green Lava and Kavaris Tears. Have you guys noticed like most of these autographs too are actually like real, like legit? They're not, I mean, like maybe that guy's a little bit small, but at least it's something. Maybe they've been listening. The amount of food he can put away is awesome. Impressive. But really, it's his personality that does it. Like, he's got a good personality, and you root for him, and he's funny. And then there's that one guy. Who's that one guy? He's like, There's one guy I was watching. Not as good as Beard Meats Food, although lots of subscribers. And he's just like, Ooh. Ooh, that tastes good. I couldn't do it. Here we go. Some hits. Eldridge to 250. Plasma. Celestin. Die cut. Luciano. Sky Blue. Bright to 99. Smith to 125. McLean to 150. Caminetti die cut. Totally Sky Blue, King to 499. Moore, Sky Blue. Binge to 499. Morales, Lunar Glow. Tears base, Anderson base. Larson to 99. Celestin, Lunar Glow. Matheson, Rose Gold to 10. Base Mathis and Trimble. Walker Jenkins, Green Parallel to 99 of the die cut in action. McCage to 99. Bazana Refractor. How sweet is this? Final draft. Unique insert. Green Speckled to 200. Romeo, Lunar Glow. Mathis, Sky Blue. Caglione. Messina to 499. Refractor. Cook, Nori to 250. McLean to 499. Payne to 250. Another Nori, True Gold to 50. Rodney, green, green, green. Everything's green. Reinders, base. Vargas, die cut. Break to 150. Kurtz to 99. Tyson Lewis to 250. Class of 2024. South Scene and Burns. And we are on break number 5. Okay, we are on break number 5. One more shout out for Baseball America. They are rolling out their top 10 organizational prospect list every day at 2 p.m. Different organization. Their top 10 list is very important for Bowman Draft, for Bowman products in general. They've got also Bowman's Best is going to be coming out with all the best prospects. They'll probably have some people from Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome, and Bowman. And if you don't know what to expect, you're going to be missing out. So check this out. This is the Baseball America homepage. And this is the main article for the baseball cards that they just came out with, 2024 Bowman Draft Checklist. You're going to have to check that out. It's behind a paywall. Use the code Stryker. Get 30% off your subscription. It's worth it. It's got all the information you need. It's going to save you so much time, which is the key for all of this. Time is money. All right, here we are back at it. Break number 5. Bowman's Best is pure chaos, and you love it. It's one of the better releases every year. I used to come out with a proprietary formula where I would rank all of the releases of the year. And I had about 14, 15 data points that I would use. That's why it looked weird. 14 or 15 data points, and Bowman's Best was always like the top spot. It was like Bowman's Best, Bowman Draft, Bowman were always the top ones, one of the top ones. Nathan Flewelling to 199 for Tampa Bay. Ryan, you get stand-worthy card number 1. Caglione. Aqua Lava autograph. And we can say that this is sort of a color match. Sort of. Orange, our first orange. And it's Bryce Rayner for the Detroit Tigers. Going to Aaron. This was our first round pick, 11th overall. This might be my second favorite card of the entire day, besides the big boy that we pulled. because that's like a Tigers color match too. Tigers orange. Beautiful. Max Clark. Tigers box? Any more breaks like this soon, asks Leo. Oh, yeah. We're going to be breaking on Friday, too. We'll do a bunch of Bowman draft. I might sprinkle a little bit of Topps Chrome update in there, too. We'll see how it goes. I got to figure, like, all this, there's a lot that goes into building a break. It's not just, here it is, it's available. I think about a lot of things, including the value, the checklist, the team distribution, bang for your buck, ceiling, floor, mid-range, all of that. What I have in stock, how much I had to pay for it. Erhard to $4.99 for Mark. Walcott die cut. DeBerry. What was pulled? Oh, Scott. Oh, Scott. I don't want to spill the beans. You're going to have to go back and watch the entire break, and then you'll know. I guarantee you'll know when you see it. Lewis. It's like, you know, we're 3/4 of the way through the movie, and you're asking about like the character development that happened throughout the course of, you know, an hour and a half, and I just don't feel comfortable spilling the beans. Who's that guy? What happened? You know, I got to leave you hanging a little bit, brother. But fortunately, you can rewind it. I always read the first and last pages of the book. Yeah. I used to do that. I used to go back to the end and read like the last page, but I found that that would not encourage me to complete the book if I already knew what happened. So I stopped doing that. But I really did. I used to do that. I used to read the last page or like the last chapter or whatever, and I didn't like it. Blake Burke to 250. But one thing that would happen though is I would forget. Like if it was something that I'm not like a really fast reader. I'm probably like in the middle. My reading speed. I've always wanted to speed read, and I've actually read books on speed reading to try to incorporate that. And sometimes I do a little bit of speed reading, but I don't retain as much when I do it like that. So I find myself, when I'm trying to speed read, I find myself like going back, and then it's like, it's not even worth it. So I'm probably not doing it properly. Yeah, they had a class on speed reading, Mr. Butterfield. I never took it in high school. And there's another guy, like a YouTuber that I watch that speed reads, and he's like, I can't explain it. This dude that I was watching, he tried, yeah, he was just like, I can't explain how. It's just how I always have read this way, so I don't really know like how to explain it. You read a book in like a couple hours or like an hour. What was the big pull? Asked Colin. Colin, you're walking into the movie theater halfway through, man. I mean, you gotta just figure it out. Go back. We're on a DVR. I will not hold it against you if you rewind a little bit to the very beginning and start from scratch. But I know you want to be here live and talk, so you can just do it afterwards. I want people to watch the whole thing, you know? But we might pull a monster right here, right now. We're looking for a few more likes. What are we at? What are we at? We are at 310 likes. Doing pretty good. But 500 people in the chat. We need to do a little better. We got to our first goal, which was 300. And now our second goal is 400. And I think we can do it. I know we can do it. I know you can do it. Sky Blue Diaz. DeMartini to 200. Going to the Phillies, James. Love that. Orange Rainer to 25. Somehow Trey Cabbage made the checklist. What if it was his younger brother, also named Trey? And he was in the release. What if? What do you want for Christmas? Asks Pax. I can't think of one thing. Actually, boots. I need a pair of boots. But I've been sitting here trying to think of something I want for Christmas. And it's, I don't want anything. Everything I want, I just buy. That's a problem. And then I would be like, what's my wife gonna get me something for Christmas? But then she's spending my money, so it's like, well, I don't know. You know, how's that work? It's like, I mean, it's ours, but you know. Aiden May. Hagen Smith the 50. Gold Shimmer 33 of 50. And Seaver King. So yeah, I mean, there's just like all kinds of collectibles that I would want, I guess, that are just like, but it's so tough. Like, okay, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Well, I want a second edition Super Mario Brothers, the kind with the matte, the glossy seal, not the matte seal. And you got to make sure that on the back there's no like, come on. I know. I started making my Christmas list yesterday. This is really it. I just pulled it out of a drawer. Last boots that I had, and I live in Michigan, so I should have a pair of winter boots. This is ridiculous. Like, it's always disgusting and muddy and nasty and snowy, and like, you need a pair of boots. The last boots I bought were in the year 2000, so 24 years ago, and I bought a pair of Doc Martens, and I was like, heh, heh, heh. And they were too big. They didn't fit. I wore them for 24 years. Didn't fit. So now, and they're just, oh, not only did they not fit, Chris Cortez of the Angels, not only did they not fit, but they were extremely slippery. on ice because the traction, the traction, whatever, was like, it was made of like plastic and not rubber. So, dude, I slipped so many times, like Charlie Brown style, where I would just like, my legs would go out from under me and I'd fall on my back on the ice so many times. I can't believe I didn't get a concussion. And also, oftentimes, you know, I may have been on a walk to the bar or back home or something like that. So that doesn't help. Well, I mean, we pre-gamed a little bit every time. Another orange. Dana to 25. Going to Eric. 2 oranges in this break. Win! Thanks for watching, man. Do we just hold this box for 5 years and hope all the top prospects become all-stars? I mean, so this would be the kind of product that you could hold on to because it's got such a high ceiling. But you don't need all the prospects to become all-stars. You need one prospect to be a superstar. If you got like a handful of prospects that are just like all-star level, it'll just maintain its value. But if you have one prospect that becomes a superstar, it'll increase in value. That's what you need. Like, if you are in the game of holding wax for long-term profitability, you need superstar. You need Hall of Famer. That's what you need. It's not about your... Who would a good example be? Let me think. I can't think of an example off the top of my head while I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say, too. It's not about your, like, Willie Adameses or... Jeez, who's, like, a star but not a Hall of Famer? Like, it's not about those guys. Those guys come and go, and, like, nobody really cares long term. It's about getting the Judge, the Soto, the Acuna, the Ohtani, even, like, the Goldschmidt, the Arenado, maybe, like, if they're on track to be a Hall of Famer, then their rookie autos, their first autos, that kind of wax increases in price. But you got to get a Hall of Famer. It'll maintain if you got a couple of all-stars, few all-stars. No, Harper is a Hall of Famer. You got Harper stuff, you got an increase in price. Not Soto. Soto's the guy who increases the price. I'm talking about the guy who just, like, maintains. Even Freeman, he's a Hall of Famer. Like, see, that's the thing, is like Votto's a Hall of Famer. People argue about that, but Votto's a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be. We have this talk every once in a while about Votto. And he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Casey Saki. Blue Wave to 150. And I can prove it. Oh, there's a Roman Anthony refractor. Votto's got 64.5 career WAR. 144 career OPS plus. Gold Glove, MVP, 6-time All-Star. Led the league in on base. Like, his career on base percentage is 409. His career OPS is 920. Like, Votto is underrated. He played 17 years. Like, he's going to be in the Hall. But he's not, so he's like a, I don't want to say borderline because that's not accurate. Slightly above borderline Hall of Famer. Or, yeah, let's just say that. Whereas some of those other guys we were talking about are like legit Hall of Famers. See, this is like we always get into it. Like some of the chat's just like, no way, Votto's not. But then, like when you actually look at his numbers and his contributions, yes, he is. They let guys. It's all about war nowadays. Of everything, it's all about war. Votto's war is a Hall of Fame war. There are plenty of guys that got into the Hall of Fame with not the stats of Votto. Plenty. Mike Sirota to 200. That one's going to Eric. We got a Culpepper, a couple of refractors back there. Third ballot Hall of Fame. I don't know. You might be surprised. I guess it kind of depends on his class. It's going to be 5 years from now, right? But he might be first. I don't know. Tough to say. That I can't really speak on. Because I don't have a solid take. Maybe a second. But are you buying baseball products looking for Votto rookies only? I buy brand new stuff. I don't go back in time very often. When Votto was a rookie, they produced way less products. So it's not like you can just go to the store and buy a pack of cards that Votto was a rookie in. So your comment is invalid. Drew Beam. Like people, how many people are out there looking for Votto rookies? Like you can reword it like that. Even singles, like, I don't know. When he makes the Hall of Fame, there's going to be more. More people are going to be looking for his rookies. His rookies are going to be more collectible. Like, this happens with every player, okay? At the end of their career, they suck. And they don't have a very big hobby, a good hobby. No matter who it is. I mean, there's slight exceptions here and there, like, but even like Pujols, man, no one wants any Pujols cards at the end of his career. Maybe his rookies, you're collecting some rookies and his firsts and his like early autographs, and those still have collectability. But his actual like when he's playing, Cabrera. Let's look at Pujols and Cabrera. His active cards when he was playing at the end of his career, nobody really wanted. His year 18 cards. But then they get in the Hall of Fame, and then everybody's like, oh, they kind of like their hobby increases, and people are looking for them. They're not opening packs. You can't find the packs. Like you just like old stuff dries up, and you just can't find packs. Now, could you track down a box? Sure, but it's going to take you more work, and you're going to have to get it on eBay. Probably you're going to have to trust some random guy who's had this box. Buying wax on eBay is not the best idea. Always. You can get ripped off buying wax on eBay. I would recommend if you're buying wax, you go to a reputable website. Blowout, Steel City, Dave and Adams, or Baseball. The name of the company's left me right now, but the one that Baseball Exchange, where they actually like guarantee what they're opening. But even then you can open up stuff that's potentially been searched and resealed and repackaged. So it's not always a good idea to buy, especially vintage, because a lot of times these guys will pick up. It's not like the seller who you're buying it from has actually had that product sitting in their warehouse or on their shelf for 20 years. They probably picked it up at a flea market or a garage sale along the way sometime in their life, and they don't even know if it's legitimately sealed or if it's been resealed or searched or whatever. So like, and then the person before them that got the box, like it might have changed hands 5-10 times. Who knows? Caveras Tears to $4.99. Little soft corner on that one. Or it might just be a piece of fluff. Pain to 125. Aqua Wave. Like, I'm not a Votto collector, but I think, you know, he's a guy also that could get into announcing, commentating. He's got a good personality, and his collectability could increase as he becomes a staple of broadcasting. Man, I've gone through 2 whole ones of these already. There's a lot of top loady cards. Yeah, Bowman rookies though are cheaper in general than a Topps rookie. Because it's paper. It's like Bowman paper versus Bowman Chrome versus Topps Chrome. Are the 3 levels of, like, you know, the most collectible for a rookie. And generally Bowman, the regular Bowman ones are a dime a dozen. It's just paper. People just blow through those anyway. They're not as collectible. That's why you can get it more affordable. Bowman paper rookies, even like a Bowman Mike Trout paper rookie, is way more affordable than his regular Topps. It's just that hierarchy we're always talking about. Sawkey Refractor, White Sox. Going to Scott. Nice, Scott. You know a guy right now who breaks and is holding 10 boxes of 23 Allen and Ginter X. People hold some things that are questionable. But I've pulled some bangers out of Ginter X. Pulled a clear card to 10 of Abraham Toro from the A's. Any value to it? Yeah, there's value to it. But just anything. Here's how you do it, man. Anything you have a question about, go on eBay and just type it in on eBay. You'll see active listings for the product. That's not an accurate portrayal of what the card is worth. Usually they're in the ballpark, but not always. You got to find a sold listing. You're probably not going to find a sold listing of a card like that. So then you go and you'll have to just look at, is there one listed? If there's not one listed, find one that's numbered to like 50 or to 25. You can find a camo maybe. But unless it's a rookie as well, it's not going to have as much value. And Abraham Toro is not really a collectible player, even as rookies. So it's not going to be worth a ton. But there's still going to be some value to it, because that parallel is super tough and collectible. Is there any upside, downside to grading a printing plate? I wouldn't grade it. That you're not going to get a 10 on a plate, most likely. That thing's been used and abused, and like usually they're in real rough shape. But typically what I would tell people in the past is you just get that thing authenticated. But I've been looking, and maybe either I'm just not seeing it or I don't know what I'm talking about, but I couldn't find an option on PSA's website just for an authentication now. It was just grading. There was grading, crossovers, reslabbing, and I didn't see authentication as an option. Michael Massey, purple autograph for the Tigers to 250. Going to Aaron. Congratulations, Aaron. Gonna have to start double stacking. Stack you there. It's in the PSA grading form itself now, I think. So you got to go like look down that whole list of things and there's one that just says authentication? Because like initially there's the 4 that you choose from, and it's not in one of those 4. So then when you click grading, you got to find it in one of those. Is that what you're saying? Tanner Jones. Green grass parallel to 99. They've moved it to another location because authentication is a blue label now. Okay. Just going to have to dive in a little bit more, but typically that's what I would say to do to a plate is just get it in a slab, get it authenticated. So you guys remember I had that Aaron Judge, I was talking about it. I won the Aaron Judge Double Down Home Run Challenge for the month of June. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to initially just, like I usually tell people, 101s, you can just get authenticated and it's not going to affect the value. I think if you get a 10, it might have a little more perceived value, but I ended up getting mine. I sent it off to PSA just to get it graded because like I said, I couldn't find that way to authenticate it. So I'm like, I mean, the thing looks perfect. I got to get it graded. But a printing plate's a little bit different than your everyday, just like a normal 101, even if it's a superfractor or whatever, because a plate actually is being used and abused. Kalsi Sky Blue Nemala die cut. Working on those likes, getting up to 400. If you haven't hit the like button yet, take a moment and do that. It helps out the channel. I appreciate it. Another White Sox hit. Antonaki. Scott, you are getting some hits, man. Boom, boom. Thoughts on grading in-person autos? I don't dabble in in-person autos at all, actually. 717. They don't really do it for me unless it's something that I either get myself or a friend gets and gives to me or something like that. But I don't go and like buy autos that were just in person. I think those get like really watered down by certain players because they sign like a million. Like they'll get their Bowman first card, whether it's paper or the chrome, and they'll sign like a million of them in person, and they're not like authentic from Topps, you know, but then they get them graded, they give them to friends and family, and there's like hundreds and thousands of them online. Like look up Ronald Acuna Jr. first auto. You'll see a whole bunch of them that don't have this whited out space on there for the official auto. It'll just be like a regular card like this that he signed over top of in a thicker color pen. And it just, I don't want anything to do with that. Charlie Balinson to 75. Another Scott hit. Scott, you are on a heater. We got another box. HTA choice box. Would you recommend to get a heavy lumber auto graded? That's another tough one. There's a lot of surface area on those heavy lumbers. Heavy lumber autos, especially. The heavy lumber autos especially have a lot of surface areas because of the nature of the card, how they put that game use bat piece in the middle, so it just makes more spots that could have imperfections. But what could it hurt, you know? I mean, that's a beautiful, awesome card. They're hard to grade. You could get a gem. Just be like, look it over real good and see if you see any imperfections. Because if you see an imperfection, that means there's probably 5 imperfections. But if you don't see any, why not? Don't blame the breakers. A problem. This is release day. If your shop doesn't have it, that's on them. They should have it too. All the shops are supposed to get the product for release day. So if they don't have it and they want to blame the breakers, come on. Tell them to grow up. Tell your shop owner to grow up. Put Stryker brake up on the TV like everybody else and quit crying and complaining. Mathis. Billy Amick to $4.99 refractor. And Casey Sock. We got another one. We got the refractor and the base. If I would have been in my local hobby shop, a problem, and he would have been whining and complaining and blaming others of why he doesn't have his product, I would have said, stop being a baby. All right, here we go. The hits. And just so you know, those are separate entities through Topps. They have a hobby shop part and they have a breakers part. And the hobby shops get their fair share. And they don't get product or not get product based on a breaker. They have separate allocations for those guys. Like, I'm not allowed to sell boxes of this. I'm only allowed to break it. And they're not allowed to break it. They're only allowed to sell boxes. So it's like it's a completely different system. Now they can be allowed to break it if they get authorized for being like a breaker, but you know, that's something different. Here we go. Blake Burke to 250. Tyson Lewis autograph. Bryce Rayner to 25. Flewelling to 199. Karen auto. Kurtz refractor. May 1st auto. King base. Thomas to 250. Dana to 25. Cortez. DeMartini to 200. Diaz to 400. Payne sky blue. Walcott die cut. Earhart to 499. Hagen Smith gold shimmer to 50. Salas die cut. Saki to 499. Antonaki. I can read. I promise. Saki to 150. Beam. Lombard. Kempos sky blue. Parker sky blue. Sirota to 200. Massey to 250. Jones to 99. Bilison to 75. Hartle to 499. Namala die cut. Causey sky blue. Tears sky blue. Payne to 125. Amick to 499. Saki's for days and Mathis. And the last break of the day, right here, right now. We're on break number 6, ladies and gentlemen. And make sure you check out Baseball America's top 10 list. BaseballAmerica.com. Use the code Stryker to get yourself a discount. They've got a wonderful article breaking down all the tricks and secrets of Bowman Draft 2024. They do all the work for you. Extremely valuable. Time saver. BaseballAmerica.com. Antonacchi, probably Italian. Thanks, Matthew. Someone changed their name to Stryker Breaks, the GOAT of breaks. That's hat tip to you. Good call changing your name to that. I'd recommend everybody do it. Griff O'Farrell. Numbered to 99. Green parallel. Orioles hit. Let me quickly pull up the sheet. Orioles. Bradley. Congratulations. Stand-worthy card number 1 is a class of 2024. Right in the dead center of the stage. Wiki. What's happening? Thanks, Stryker Breaks. I love Stryker Breaks. I love you. I love everybody. Where did they rank the Cubs? No, they rank all the players inside the organization. So their top 10 list, it's the top 10 prospects within the organization. They rank them like that. And that's really important because we talked about it earlier, but it's been a couple hours, so been enough time. I'll talk about it again. So there's the top 100 list that Baseball America does that I use. Like, everybody uses Baseball America for their information, by the way. Like 99% of people get their information from BA. So you might as well, why not just bypass all the hearsay and look at it yourself? Because people are going to add their own biases. Like, they're going to look at BA's info and then they're going to create their own unique spin and bias on it. Get it right from the horse's mouth. So they have the top 100 list, which is within all of baseball. They break down the prospects and the number 1 prospect, Roman Anthony right now. And then you go through from there. But more important than that, from a organizational standpoint, is definitely the organizational top 10. You'll be able to judge when they're going to get called up, like how soon they are away from getting called up based on the organizational top 10. Because it doesn't matter from a top 100 standpoint necessarily. If there's, in this release, there are 2 people that are number 1 in the organization, and it's Caglione and Bazzana. So those guys are going to be in the bigs before you know it. And there's multiple players that are number 2 in their organization. For example, Christian Moore is he was the number 8 overall pick, but he's number 85 in the top 100 list. Okay. But within the organization, within the Angels organization, he's the number 2 prospect. So you might look and see he's number 85 overall. And people might not be on him, because they don't go down that far. Typically people just look at maybe the top 20, 30 guys in terms of collectability and how expensive these guys get with their first. But the cheat code is looking at the organizational top 10. Because when the organization needs a guy, they don't have access to all the other prospects. They just have what they have within their system. And they don't just go down and grab the number 5 guy unless, if they need a second baseman and their number 1 guy is a catcher, well, they're going to skip over that guy. It's positional need. So a lot of times the outfielders are more collectible because they have a better chance of just breaking into the league in one of 3 positions. Because if you're a center fielder in the minors or in college, well, you can play left or right or center, or they might just put you in the infield. They might throw you at second base or something. So it's just a really important asset to have the organizational top 10. Johnny King, color match for Eric, the blue one. One of the Kings from this release. Yeah, Win. He's the #1 player in this release. #1 pick. He's in here. Yeah, same as shortstops. Like, shortstops always have more value because they're so athletic and versatile. Like, if the organization needs any infield position, save for maybe first base, like the shortstop can go do it. You can send him out to, I mean, look at Tatis. They sent him out to right field and he won a platinum glove. There's a solace to 150. Yeah, Win, go back and check out earlier in the break. We pulled a monster. De Los Santos to 199. Any Caminetti hits? We've gotten multiple Caminetti hits. I can't remember. This is break number 6, so I can't remember like what exactly we've gotten, but I know I've said his name a few times. Yeah, Merrill plays a mean center field too. Like, those guys are just so good that, I mean, baseball's baseball. When you're that athletic, you can just go play wherever. I mean, they could probably go in and pitch too. Rodney Green, at least when they put in the positional players. At the end of the game, when they're getting blown out by like 10 runs. Rodney Green for Ryan. $25 away from 400 likes. It's a nice number. Appreciate everybody who hit that like button. Drew Beam. Your high school played against him, Caminetti, in the baseball playoffs. We obviously lost, but super cool either way. That is cool. Very cool. Walcott. Sky Blue Cunningham. Let's get a few juicy autos. All right, come on. We're shooting for 2 parallels out of here. 2 parallel autos. I feel like they didn't think this out too well. So they made the pack too big, and it doesn't fit in there properly. So they had to fold the pack over like that. Like, that is not ideal. We just do random here, Garrett, so they're all the same price. Waldschmidt, our boy. This has got to be like the 4th or 5th auto of his we've pulled. Mojo parallel to 150. Bryce Cunningham. So Williams got the D-backs. Cunningham going to Eric. And Trey Snyder. Refractor to 499 for Robert. No jewel case. No, just a pack. It's almost like they made those packs the size for the jewel case. Luke Holman. Refractor. This one's going to Aaron. Greengrass, Dalton Rushing to 99. Going to William. How's the new product? Good. It's exactly what I expect. Bowman draft is pretty straightforward. Pretty simple and straightforward. Oh, this is the first. What is this? First mini diamond. That's numbered to 150. In action mini diamond parallel, Namala. For the Blue Jays. Eric, you are getting some stuff today, brother. Walker Jenkins. Plasma. Caglione. In action. Yeah. Yep. We've had some of those hits, Garrett. We've hit about, oh my gosh, if Waldschmidt, jeez, if Waldschmidt was Bazana, we would be having the most ridiculous day ever. I mean, he's a first round pick too, so we'll take that. William. I guess if you get the D-backs, you know what to expect. Have we had at least one Waldschmidt per break? Seems that way. Another plasma back here. Roman Anthony plasma. Rose gold. Rose gold lava. Come on, baby. Giovanni Rodriguez, 8 of 10. Going to Robert. Boom. Yeah, NY card guy. We did. We got one. And it was good. It was a good one. You'll have to go back. What break was that? I can't remember. Break 2. What's up, Doc? Drew Beam, Sky Blue to 499. Going to Dreamweaver. Shojinaga. Sky Blue. Santucci. That one is for Robert. Dakota Jordan. Lunar Glow. Average Arizonian says Waldschmidt is a top 10 prospect on some people's list. Well, there's only one. There's only one list you should be referencing. Tyson Lewis to 250. And that's the Baseball America. Whatever list they come up with, that's the list. We've gotten a few of these refractors today. I think we've gotten at least 3 of them. What do we do? What do we do? We put them right here. Yeah, this is kind of like this release is more for serious collectors. I think that's like the best way I can put it. I don't really. This is for the ballers. It's for the people who are deep, who want to try to catch lightning in a bottle. You know, like nothing is guaranteed. This is legitimate prospecting. And not all baseball card collectors are into prospecting. Some baseball card collectors are only into prospecting. And there's some knowledge that you gotta get. You have to enjoy like diving deep within an organization and going and trying to find these guys that maybe you believe in. Or if you have a team who's like, especially if you have a team that's maybe not so good, it's hope for the future. I know that a lot of my friends, like, you know, we're always looking for the Tigers prospects. We've been fortunate to have some real bangers over the last several years. Lots of good prospects, lots of homegrown talent. That's important, homegrown talent for collectability. Like, you know, I collect Riley Green, Max Clark, like these high ceiling guys, especially the guys that come out of high school. High ceiling, sky's the limit. They're like 18 years old, but they can crash and burn. Whereas the college players are more polished and less likely to fail. Cash Mayfield to $4.99, going to Austin. High stakes collecting. Yeah, I mean, so it's like it's where the serious collectors hang out, but it's also like, you know, when I hear high stakes, I think risky. But this is the least risky of any Bowman release in terms of prospects, because there's so many, and it's like scattershot approach. You know, you have so many shots at players that could be very successful. And with the we've been talking about it the whole time. College players more likely to succeed, more proven, played against tougher competition, more highly scouted than what's the alternative? International players or high school players even. Now, there are some high school players, and a lot of times, like I said, they're the most collectible, especially if it's a top, it's like a top pick, top 10 pick, and it's a high school player. Like we've got Connor Griffin from this release. He's a shortstop / outfielder. He's the number 2 prospect in Pittsburgh. He's out of high school. He stole like 80 bases, super speedster. Like that's a guy that a lot of people are looking at to collect because huge ceiling. Blake Burke. There's DeVries. Burkholder for the Phillies, going to Christopher. Breaks have been good, Tax. Got some big hits. There we go. Plasma Bazana. Hey David, sorry man, I didn't see that you commented. Stryker Unleashed channel. It's going well. I haven't posted anything on there for a while because I'm working on like a massive project for that channel. It's been like couple months in the making. But I need to start getting that going. It's just, it's a process. I've been recording a lot of stuff. Green Guanipa. That one's going to Eric. More comic topics? Okay. I've got some comics coming in that I'm going to make a video about too. They're just taking forever to show up. I bought some stuff from Heritage via auction, and they do not just ship whatever you win out next day. They're like, 4 to 6 weeks. What? I don't wait that long for anything, but I guess I have to. I thought for sure I'd get some tracking info by now, but nope. Which means I probably won't be buying too much more from there. You have 2 at CGC. Dude, you know what's funny, David? Here, let me show you something I just found in my randomly. Hold on, we got 2 packs left. After these 2 packs, I'll show you something. It's appropriate topic of conversation. Last pack. Those Bo Jackson cards, I know, I love them. Okay, I got 2 things to show you guys. Stick around for just a second. I'm going to show you 2 things that are cool and relevant to our topics. Jared Thomas, Sky Blue, DeVries. All right, guys. Coming tomorrow, I'm going to open this bad boy up. Found a jumbo box of the Bo Jackson. Like, I want to hold on to it so bad and keep it sealed, but it's got 3 autographs inside. And I gotta do it. I gotta open it and see what it's all about at the very least. And then, David, I was looking through my comics and I did not even know I had this. This is like the first appearance of the Hairy Beast. It's not in the greatest condition by any stretch of the imagination. And it's not like the biggest comic ever, but this is one that I wanted. And I've been like over the last, I don't know, a couple of years, I've looked at this one multiple times to buy it. I just so happened to have it. I've had this one for so long. That's my price tag I put on it. I had these set up at the shop. It's like, I'm like, it's a 4.0, sell for $34. I've had this comic for probably like 10 years. I didn't even know. But it's like that's a good one. I don't know how else to say. If you don't know anything about comics, that's a good one. Your father-in-law pulled a 101 Bo Jackson out of a Leaf box. Oh man, I want a Bo auto so bad. Like, I just hope one of those autos is a Bo, and I'll be so happy. Did you pull the John Elway out of Bowman today? No. That's a super tough pull. Super rare tough pull. I never pulled a Brady, and I opened up 20 cases back in last year. Maybe even more. That was like I might have opened even more than that. Bryce McCage. Dakota Jordan. Mojo parallel to 150. And Shoji Naga. Multiple Shojis today. Oh, just joking. Okay. Well, you're not the first person to ask. A lot of other people have asked, and they weren't joking. Are you going to stream the break of the Bo box? No, I'm going to make a video. I only have one box, so that's not really enough for like a whole stream, in my opinion. I usually make videos when I do PC stuff, unless I'm ripping a case of maybe like retail, which I do have a case. I'm going to be opening some more update soon. I may stream it, but I don't know. I haven't really decided how I want to do it. I got some positive feedback from a lot of people, but people liked the case break of the hanger boxes that I did for update, the way that I broke it down into little segments. So I might do that again for maybe even another case of those. Or it's either that, like, let's get some interaction in the chat right now. What would you guys rather me rip, or what would you rather watch me rip for my PC? A case of hanger boxes of Topps update, or a case of mega boxes of Topps Chrome update? Because those are the two things that are on the table right now. Put it in the chat while I'm going through the hit list here. Johnny King to 150. Christian Moore die cut. Sterling. O'Farrell to 99. Green parallel. Baez to 200. De Los Santos 199. Santucci auto. Sojinaga. Beam to 499. Caglione. Rushing to 99. Rodriguez rose gold lava to 10. Waldschmidt. Nimala mini diamond parallel to 150. Holman to 499. Refractor first. Another Waldschmidt to 150. Snyder to 499. Cunningham first. Cunningham sky blue. Drew Beam. Lunar glow. Rodney Green. Salas to 150. Holman. Naylor to 100. Burkholder. Bazana. Refractor. Lewis to 250. Jordan Lunar Glow, Mayfield to 499, Karen to 150, Thomas Sky Blue, Guanipa to 99, Bazana, Burke Sky Blue, DeVries Die Cut, Shojinaga, Jordan to 150, McCage, first base autograph. All right, what are we thinking? Next rip. What are you guys wanting to see? Both you deserve. Chrome update, chrome. Hangers or bangers. Chrome, hangers, megas. Chrome. A lot of chrome. Chrome update. How about both? Yeah, I probably should just do both. Maybe I just do both. One at a time, though. That's what's going to be coming down the pipe. So I'll for sure do Chrome update megas, and then I'll leave the update hangers. We'll leave it hanging there, and we'll see how it goes. Are they making Chrome update blasters? No, just megas, jumbos, hobbies, and Breaker's Delight. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a day, and I got to thank Baseball America again for the sponsoring of today's breaks. Check them out, baseballamerica.com. Use code Stryker for 30% off your digital subscription. They've got everything you need to know about prospects. They are the #1 source for information about baseball prospects. Everybody uses them. Major league teams use their info. They have scouts. They have a huge team of people working on this constantly. The most trusted, the most reputable in the whole world. I appreciate everybody. We're going to be back at it Friday, and tomorrow I'm going to rip that Bo Jack's Jumbo box. I hope you watch that. Thanks for joining me.